Hey, it's me, OGDuffy. I find myself in Maidstone today. But I'm not just here game hunting. Oh, no. A little friend of mine needs a bit of medical attention. So let's go get him sorted. Yoshi, we'll get you mended, buddy. We're sorting him out today.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So listen, on today's video of Build a Bear, episode 1, we're going to fill him up a bit, and I'm going to have some help,
Firm him up. Oh yeah, I'll hit the pedal.
Yeah, you
ready?
can hit the pedal, go on. So how firm do we want him?
Yeah, quite firm, mate.
Quite firm, that's
yeah,
fair.
please.
Right, to the point where he will explode if I put any more?
Oh,
like...
you're the expert.
I'll just let them do it.
Fair enough. I mean, I am the expert when it comes to everyone here. No, I'm joking. I've only worked for 4 months. But yeah, no, it's alright.
He looks like he's enjoying that, old Yoshi, doesn't he? Yeah. Brilliant.
Just so you can see if it's too firm or not too much. God, that is firm.
It's really, it's not as firm as the other one.
Even more?
More?
I mean, that might burst it.
No, keep it like that. That'll do.
The sheets will be alright.
Let's ask him. What do you reckon, Yoshi? You reckon that's good? Are you firm enough? Yeah, that'll do then. So that's Yoshi all sorted out, bless him. Very good staff in here, very impressed. So, good day overall so far. Sticking in Build a Bear, as you can see there, while I was waiting for Yoshi to be stitched up. A Luigi costume and some Pokemon here. Now, I don't really know my Pokemon anymore. I mean, my son used to collect them back in the day. But what's going on with this Pokemon here? What's that on the top of his head? Anyway, guys, they're quite a cool shop, this, really. And these guys, he looks miserable as, doesn't he? Oh, dear. Anyway, off to a charity shop. Now, unfortunately, no games in here at all whatsoever in any of the charity shops, but a few interesting records. No, I did not buy any, but Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Spielberg classic, and there's this, look, Star Wars themes, Logan's Run, etc. What an album, eh? The usual general tat. And then a quick trip into HMV. Now, I looked at these horror figures. Now, quite decent collection of figures in this store, but this Elvira here, looking back, I should have bought it, shouldn't I? That looked great on the shelf, wouldn't it? I think they were £15 each, them ones. Lots of other figures in here as well. This was mainly horror and sort of movie tie-in stuff, but some really good little figures. I mean, HMV have been changing of late, and they've sort of veered away a lot from the music and film, which are still available, of course they are, but they're introducing lots of other stuff into the store as well, including this here, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yes, I love the Dungeons and Dragons artwork. I just think it's spectacular. And the new film, guys, if you've not already seen it, go watch it. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. A really good family fun adventure film. Sort of film we've been lacking in the past few years. A definite welcome return. The family adventure film. Anyway, so off to CEX we go. Now, this in the window, right, this Zelda console, OLED console, why have they put it in a basket with flowers? Does that make it more sellable? I mean, drop in the comments, guys. Would you buy that based on the flowers in that basket, like the picnic basket? Anyway, a different form of marketing from the CEX boys at this branch here in Maidstone. But did some nice little pickups here today. So all in all, I was very, very pleased. Now entering the store here, as you can say, general bit of retro as normal. A bit of everything. A few Dreamcast games, so I had a look at them, because obviously my Dreamcast last week, I got some games out of storage, didn't I, that have been hiding up in my loft. And then there was the PS1 titles here. Now this one here, look at this, Heart of Darkness. Now if these were displayed in such a way that I could have seen the price, for £8, I'd have picked that up. I mean, I didn't know a lot about it, but looking into it now, it looks a really good, cutesy-like platform gamer, doesn't it? So, for £8, did I miss a bit of a bargain there, guys? What do you guys know? Have you ever played Heart of Darkness? And if so, what were your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments. And as I said, it's a real shame they don't display the prices on them. They do this quite often with the Mega Drive and Master System games as well sometimes. Pokemon Stadium there. I do have a loose cart of that for the N64 knocking about somewhere. Probably one of them many boxes I've got hidden up in my loft. A few more games here, loose carts. I don't mind loose carts. NES loose carts I think are decent. I don't mind them. But the GameCube section here made me way along the shelf. Quite a few GameCube games in. I had a look at this one. Right, it's a new one on me. Universal Studios Tours. I've seen it about, right, but I know nothing about it. Is it a video game where you're literally just touring the Universal Studios? I really haven't got a clue. Or are they like games you play? I don't know. Anyone know anything about this at all? Is it as bad as it looks? I don't know. I mean, graphically it don't look too bad, I suppose, but yeah, a bit of Jaws there, and the films from Universal, of course. That's a backdraft, that one, backdraft. Yeah, it's all in all. Do you know anything about that one? Let me know in the comments, as always, guys. And carrying on, I always do take a good look at the Wii shelf. And of course Wii U titles, because you know I'm going for that full collection. But the Wii, I always find there's some, you get the odd oddity, you know, the odd strange looking title, and they're still fairly well priced. So what's not to love with this system, guys? Is it as popular as the PS3 for me? Probably not, but here we go, confession time. Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Wii. I have never played it properly. I own it on the Nintendo DS. I own it on the Wii U. But you know what? I played it on the DS probably for about 10 minutes. And I thought, oh, I'm really not in the mood for this. And I just couldn't be bothered to learn a new game and stuff. So put it down. I've never played it since. Am I missing a great game here? I mean, it's mega popular, isn't it? So what's so good about Super Smash Bros? Please drop it in the comments. What have I been missing all this time? Let me know. And of course, no trip to a CEX by the OGDuffy would be complete without me going to look at the PS3 section. Have I told you before? I love the PS3 and how underrated I think it still is to this day. Now, this caught my eye here. Call of Juarez, the cartel. I remember Call of Juarez, and was I right? It was like a Wild West game. So obviously this is the cartel, so it's more modern. I know nothing about this, and I was going to pick it up for £2.50. I thought, well, can't go wrong, can you? But then I shook the case. Oh yes. You know, the manual was missing, unfortunately, so I've put this one back on the shelf. But is it any good, guys? Anyone got any experience of it? Should I keep an eye out for this one? Call of Juarez, the cartel. As always, let me know in the comments. And remember, do stick around to the end of the video, because I'll show you what games I did pick up, and I've got quite a few decent titles actually. And carrying on with the PS3, Call of Duty. There's loads of Call of Duty games, isn't there? I mean, let's be honest, every November? Is it every November one gets released? I do occasionally dip my toes, I'll be honest. I do like the online play. I'm not very good at it. I think it's a youngster's game. I think our reaction skills are a bit slower these days, you know what I mean? Especially mine. But anyway, I do enjoy it still. But PS3, I do keep saying there's still some classic games on there, and they are cheap. They really are. I think some of them are starting to rise in price slightly, but you know, you guys know your stuff out there. Let me know, what games do you think are going to be on serious incline, and what should we be picking up now? Well, it's cheap. Silent Hill there, look, £20, that one, Homecoming. I bought that in a charity shop about 2 years ago for £1, so I was well happy with that. Now this here, this took me right back. Spy versus Spy. Now I'm showing the Commodore 64 version there. I used to finish school, we used to pop round to mate's house, he had a C64, and we used to play Spy versus Spy. Great game, you're against each other, and you plant bombs and traps and stuff to catch each other out. It was really good fun. Now, am I right in saying there was other versions of this as well? There was Spy versus Spy. Wasn't there one where you were on a desert island, and the Arctic one? Was that right, or am I wrong, guys? Drop in the comments for me, please. But this really did. It brought memories back, this one. Oh, happy days. And of course, only one way to finish a game hunt. Of course, a pint in the pub. Bit rude not to, after all. Back from that little game hunt in Maidstone. I have to say, it was a good little trip. Nothing in the charity shops. They were completely dry and barren.
but I've got a beer, which is always the result, guys. You know that. And we're going to go through a few of my pickups from CEX, of which I'm really pleased with. There's probably 3 titles in particular I am very happy about. So anyway, guys, no special beer this time out. Just this Stella Artois, although I did have a beer last week. And I have to say, hand on my heart, it's one of the best beers I've ever tasted. Actually lived up to what they said on the description of it. Anyway, the link's up there, guys, if you want to watch it. And I'll put it in the notes in the description and stuff. So anyway, cheers, guys. Oh, happy game hunting. Now, as you saw on that trip, most importantly, he's back. Yes, we all saw little Yoshi's procedure he underwent. And I am happy to confirm that Yoshi is now feeling very stuffed and he's feeling firm again. So, Yoshi, welcome back, fellas. Give him a wave. There we go. You get yourself back over there next to Mr. Dragon's Lair. Playthrough, or walkthrough, should I say. Oh, dear. He's sat on a controller. That's not a good look, Yoshi. Dragon's Lair there. Classic game. Anyway, on with the pickups. First one, £2 PS3 game. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? I love the PS3. I keep banging on and on and on about it. £2, that one. Clash of the Titans, the video game. Now, I remember the original film. I really do, with the original sort of well, I was about to say animatronics, but it wasn't, was it? It was Harry Hansen, was it, or Howson? I can't remember his name. And he did all them great Jason the Argonauts and all that back in the day. Obviously, these are all complete. You know, I don't buy the games unless I do, so I won't be showing you all the bumps because we'll just get bogged down with it. But that's £2. Obviously, that's based on the remake. This game. Live Perseus adventure in the official game of the movie Clash of the Titans. Conquer 15 vast mythological environments through more than 80 challenging quests. Slay over 100 different brutal beasts from Greek mythology. Hey, it's £2, right? What's not to love with that? Even if I don't play it, it will get a play at some point when retirement comes. Anyway, the next one, another PS3 game, guys, and it is this. Everybody's Golf, and that was £3. Now, I am a sucker for golf games. I know I always say when I do challenges, no sports titles, but this isn't a challenge, so I can buy these. It looks fun, looks very cartoony. I love PGA Tour golf and Tiger Woods back in the day and that, especially the online play. This isn't just online play, and I don't know if the servers are still open for this anyway, even if it was. Looks a good fun game, doesn't it, really? Easy to play, tough to master, and crammed with fantastic multiplayer features. Everybody can enjoy the world tour on this golf game. 4-player fun, hit off the tee, up to 3 golf buddies in offline mode. So it doesn't have to be online. So that was that one, £3. And then this one now. Okay. Now, I spotted this in a previous game, hunt. And people said, you should have picked them games up. They're really, really good games. And it is this. Resistance 3. Resistance 3. And as you can see, that was £4, right? Now, the other Resistance games, 1 and 2, little spoiler now, guys, I might have picked up in another games pickup, of which I have yet to record. Okay, I'm going to show it, but it's where I've done some charity shop finds. It's a bit of everything. I'm just going to combine it into sort of just a pickups video, general, you know. So anyway, Resistance 3. People have said good things about these, all right. Apparently they're PlayStation exclusives, if I recall. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure they are PS3 exclusives, and I do believe, especially the first one, was quite an early release for PlayStation 3. Hey, you guys will know. Anyway, so there it is. That's Resistance 3. But the others were a bit cheaper. Next one. I've got a Wii U game, guys. Oh, yes. Another one chipped off that list. Not the greatest title on the planet, but do you know what? Penguins of Madagascar. Penguins of Madagascar, that one. £12 whole. It is complete, obviously, because it's Wii, and I do like to get Wii. It's got the bump in there, the cards, the safety features, and the manual. The all-important manual, guys. You know I do love me a manual, and the disc and stuff. Oh, dear. Absolutely mint, that disc. It's never been played, which tells me this game's probably not up to much. The elitist of the elite helps Skipper, Kowalski, Rico and Private defeat Dr. Octavius Brine's plan for world domination, stealth operations, top secret locations. Hey, it's a Wii U game and I'm ticking it off that list. So another Wii U game has been done. It is off that list. And this one, Penguins of Madagascar, sits between Paper Mario Colour Splash, sealed, no doubt, and Pikmin 3. There he goes, slotting him into his no home. Welcome to the collection, fella. Get back to your pickups. Wow, this. I've been after this for a while and I saw it in there. The manual's in terrific condition and everything else. And it is this, Evil Dead, a fistful of broomstick.
It's a boomstick.
I loved the Evil Dead films back in the day. I think my favourite out of all of them wasn't the classic Evil Dead one, wasn't Evil Dead 2, which had a bit more of a comedic effect, but it was The Army of Darkness, number 3. It's just my humour. It's fantastical at the time. Sort of skeletons rising up, the army of the dead and all that sort of great stuff. So what's not to love with this one? Ash is back, baby, fully armed with his chainsaw, trusty boomstick and trademark quips. Ash must once again save Dearborn from the unspeakable horrors spawned from the Necromacon. I'm assuming that's right.
Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
And oh yeah, Bruce Campbell returns to voice. So what's not to love with that one, guys? This looks good fun, alright? I mean, a chainsaw for a hand and obviously your boomstick. But mate, Army of Darkness, if you've not seen that one, give it a watch. Now I've given it the bigger. I just hope it lives up to how I remember it anyway. And now 2 more titles to go. Now, both of these are NES games. They're both loose carts, okay? This one is Blades of Steel. It was £5, Blades of Steel. Don't know anything about that, obviously, except for it's a sports title. So it's a good job I'm not doing that challenge, but I've got 2 sports titles now. And obviously, it's ice hockey. But someone did comment on a previous video where I showed some NES titles, and they said Blades of Steel is a good game. It's by Konami. Hey, I love Green Beret, so hopefully that is as good, guys. Blades of Steel on the NES. Now, as you know, NES is probably one of the few retro systems that I will collect for with loose cart only. Because I think you get them stacked up on the old shelf like that. I think they just look brilliant, don't they? Oh, yes. And the last title, guys, from this little game hunt is another NES title. Nice, clean one, this one. Gauntlet II. And as you can see there, £8. I mean, I loved Gauntlet. I loved Dungeons and Dragons and anything like that. I remember Gauntlet 2 on the arcade, obviously. But was the NES version anything like the arcade? Or, because I think if I recall, one of these had a bit of a, sort of, you could save money and buy items and stuff like that. It might be this one, it might not, I don't know. But anyway, Questor the Elf is always my go-to. What's your go-to in this? Which one of the 4 characters would you choose in Gauntlet and Gauntlet 2 back in the day? As I say, Questor the Elf for me every time. It was Merlin the Magician. What was the... Oh, I can't remember the barbarian's name. And it was Valkyrie, wasn't it, I think? Anyway, guys, that concludes a little pickup. We're watching this one play out now, because obviously it's the very end now. We all love a bit of Dragon's Lair, I hope. I mean, it was just classic, wasn't it, back in the day? There we go, guys. It's finished. What a perfect timing that was. Anyway, as always, this beer is for you guys. And if you don't already do so, hit that subscribe button, because it's rude not to. Yes, it is. And it makes me happy, man. Puts a smile on my face. Now, let me know what pickups you have had of late in the comments, please. Hit like, do all that great stuff. I've been OGDuffy. You have been awesome as always. Cheers, guys. See you on the next one. Cheers.